My friend is interested in starting to learn SEO and is looking for the most effective way to begin. Reflecting on your own experience, what would you have done differently to learn SEO more efficiently and same time? I think I actually, I think I actually had like the best, I had like a very easy entry to SEO because Nick here was already doing SEO. So he was like, hey, check out this course. And and then I just started like kind of like building with an actual website like immediately. Like I started like I did the course. I think maybe I like looked at the course for like a couple weeks or something, like 1 or 2 weeks, and then I was just immediately kind of like building a website and like going from there and starting to like mess with stuff. And I think that's really the best way to do stuff. Find some kind of course if you need like the hand holding, but you also have to know that you can find pretty much everything on YouTube. But I would say the good thing about like courses is that if you really have like no idea what's going on with like the internet and websites and stuff, it can kind of be everything is in a much more like easy to follow like format. Like, first we're gonna talk about this, then we talk about this, then we talk about this, and they can just kind of go thing by thing, like what is WordPress or like, how to host your website. Just all this like super, super basic stuff can be really good to have it like in order, right? So I would say like courses can definitely be a good thing to start on, but if you don't have the money, it's definitely possible to do without. You could even, what you could do is you could look up some popular courses and look at they might show like a table of contents or something. And so you could see like the layout of the course. And then you could even just go onto YouTube and like type each of those things in like manually. Like say maybe the first thing they talk about WordPress or whatever. So you could just go to YouTube and be like WordPress for beginners. And the next thing they talk about is like on-page SEO or like writing content. And you could just talk about that, type it into YouTube and learn that. But yeah, course could definitely help. And then yeah, just start implementing and testing things on a website and actually doing stuff like as fast as possible. Because as soon as you start actually doing it, I feel like that's where you really start learning a lot like quicker versus when everything's just in your head. Because it's just very different once you actually start doing it versus it's kind of like theory, right? What do you got on that, Nick?
Yeah, no, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Ultimately, I'd say find the right community or communities, and
Yeah.
then start implementing different things. Find recipes that work for you, and then kind of deviate from that here and there. But overall, once you find recipes that do work, it's kind of a simple process from there. We were talking with Kazra not long ago about kind of the evolution that the SEO community as a whole has taken on and how much friendlier it's gotten. When I started off, it was a mess. You couldn't trust a whole lot of stuff. You had to experiment with a lot of different things. The communities were way cutthroat. Like they didn't share information. It was more about who was the bigger, kind of ego in the group. And yeah, it was just a little bit more dog eat dog. So, if you
Doggy
found
dog.
us, you are in a great community to start learning. I mean, like every day there's active members talking about things in the SEO roundtable, sharing
He's talking about
information,
our Facebook group, by the
growing.
way. Our
Yeah,
Facebook group
yeah,
is called SEO Roundtable, or you could search for Sir Links a lot. Facebook group's
yeah.
definitely a good thing to do, as well as joining some
But
other groups. It'd be good to join our group and
sure.
join some other groups, so you can always you're always just getting this kind of like SEO stuff in your head, right? And even if you're doing a course and doing your own stuff, it's good to just always be seeing this kind of stuff, and stuff will pop up all the time. You're like, hey, I want to know the answer to that question too. And you just read through the comments and see what people are saying. But definitely have to kind of take things with a grain of salt a lot of the time because you have a bunch of people in the groups and stuff who have no idea what they're talking about, and they're very
For sure.
opinionated. They have very strong opinions and they're very horrible SEOs.
Mm.
And they've replaced at doing actually SEO and making money with going into Facebook groups all day and pretending like they
Yeah,
know everything. So
there's a lot
there's
of
definitely
those.
some
Yeah,
mental illness out there you got to watch out for. Um,
yeah.
Also Twitter.
But
So like I would get on YouTube, I would get on Facebook groups, and I would get on Twitter as well. There's some good stuff going on Twitter, but it's not quite as like engagey as the Facebook groups can be. But there's some like really good people you can follow on Twitter. And if you're interested in that, you can find me. You can just look for my name, Chris Gigis. Probably don't know how to spell that, but I guess I can put it here real quick. Chris T-Z-I-T-Z-I-S. So yeah, you can go find me on Twitter, and then you can see who I'm following, and you can just follow all them, and it's that'll give you a very good start on Twitter SEO, which is a lot different. It tends to be a little bit more like kind of white hat feeling over there. Not all of it, but there's a lot of good information over there. Just not quite as much like engagement, I guess, where you can just ask questions and that kind of thing. Yeah, YouTube really good. Definitely give us a follow on YouTube, and there's some other good YouTube channels out there as well. What else we got for like free learning?
I mean, our blog,
Yeah, definitely check out
or
our
you know, any
blog.
number of blogs that we follow too. You know, there's a lot of good people to follow out there. I think we've even got videos on, you know, countless of those. But even if you want to, you know, get to knowing some of these industry leaders by going down our YouTube rabbit hole and checking out our interviews with these industry leaders. A lot of these people, Matt Diggity has a good course, you know, in great communities. A lot of people out there worth following, worth, you know, kind of getting in tune with.
Yeah. So I would say this though, like maybe for like the first 2 weeks or the first month, you can spend a lot of time just like taking in information, right? But then after that, you need to like cap the amount of information you're taking in, and have a lot of time. Like I have to actually do things in this time. Like I actually have to do SEO in this time, and I can only spend this amount of time learning. Or else there's so much information, especially when you're new, that you could literally just spend all day, every day for like a couple of years learning, and you won't get anything done. And yeah, what's that?
Somebody just sent this to me, which is kind of funny. So I'm guessing you'll maybe be able to see it,
Break
but
the
it's
cycle. Think,
break the
think, think. Oh
cycle.
yeah, do.
I
Sure.
do. Yeah, they were saying they were having an issue with that and that they need to work on it. But that was also posted by Becker, or a repost by Becker. But yeah, you know, it's easy to start thinking that you're doing work just by
Yeah.
hanging out in these circles and talking shop, but that is not work. That's not going to get you where you want to go.
Yeah.
Not typically, anyway. You know, there's some people that get notoriety that way, but I think, you know, it's
Yeah.
not going to equate to a lot of longevity in SEO.
For sure. So you got to learn, you got to stay up to date on stuff, but you have to like cap it. You have to cap that and set a certain time you can do that stuff, and use the rest of your time for actually getting stuff done. And that'll be the best thing you can do. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.